we had a good little weekend of fights, we must say. There was a little boxing event, but again, you know, boxing's dead. It's so unpopular. You know, we talk about it almost every week, but yeah, it's totally dead and not popular. Whatever garbage nonsense these promoters have put into people's heads about, oh, well, the problems with boxing, blah, 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 blah. Is baseball dead? Is baseball dead because it's not as mainstreamed as it was in the 50s and the 40s or 20s or whatever? Apple pie and baseball. That was America back then. Not today. People wouldn't really relate baseball in America so much today, but it's still a huge sport. They make crazy money. Whatever. Small-minded people. You know, I was watching the boxing last night and I was like, I need to expose my sons to like great fights, you know, because I always got a lot of fights on, but I haven't really made them like watch like great ones. So I was like, you know, I should probably start showing them some boxing fights and some other stuff just to show them like real fights, good fights. You know, legendary fights. All right, now we're going to get into Canelo, Munguia, and they're doing the announcements. They're walking out, and I'm thinking, man, this Munguia guy, he looked pretty big. He looked taller, looked thicker. He looked like a big young killer. I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one that Canelo might lose this fight because he lost to that one guy a couple years ago or a year or so ago. But he was big. He moved up a weight class, and that guy was big. And I was like, okay, well, he's getting a little bit older. They had a lot of drama between him and Oscar De La Hoya this week, talking smack back and forth. He might not win this one because the second round, it looked like Munguia was starting pretty fast, looking good, throwing a lot of punches. He had a lot more output. But Alvarez did a really good job defensively. He made him miss. He was moving. He was shelled up. You can kind of tell either, I was like, oh, one of two things is happening. Either Canelo's getting his ass handed to him, and it's just the snowball's starting to build to roll downhill, or he's sizing him up. He's sizing him up. This kind of carried on until fourth round. And then fourth round, Canelo opens up with the uppercut hook, knocks him down. And then from that moment on, Canelo just kept kind of pouring on more punches. I think he convincingly won that fight. But at the same time, even though he convincingly won that fight, he was getting hit. I think he was getting hit more than he usually gets hit. I think he is slowing down a little bit. Some of those shots maybe stung him more than shots in the past have. Canelo does this great thing. He plays the in and out game, this peekaboo game, where he's coming in and making you miss and then returning. You know, I didn't even see him take a lot of angles. Canelo is peekaboo, in and out, touching his foot on that hot plate and stepping off, up, and then makes you miss and then can counter from that.